Welcome everyone to this new Season 4 guide. In this video I'll be teaching you how to play Veigar. I hope you enjoy the video. Veigar has the strongest burst damage from all champions in the game. It doesn't matter if you're fat or not, at some point you will be able to one-shot almost everyone. Because his ultimate skin came out recently, I decided to practice him and find out what his strengths and weaknesses are. I managed to be pretty successful with this champion, racking up some fantastic scores. So without further ado, let's get started. Here you see an overview of runes, masteries, item build and skill order. You can use these settings if you so feel like it, but it may not be the most effective settings. I prefer this myself as it worked out for me. Feel free to pause the video here and to copy these settings. The interesting part, of course, is the in-game part. First I'll cover the laning phase and then I'll cover the team fighting phase. Veigar's Q is a great damage dealer, but it also has a very good passive on it. Every last hit with this spell will gain you extra ability power over the course of the game. This can be stacked infinitely, so try to get as much last hit as you can with this spell to gain extreme ability power bonuses. The downside of this is that this might cause you to be low on mana, so be careful with that. You always want to have some mana left to be able to fight against your opponent. Last hit with your Q if you have more than 20% mana left. With Veigar, you will actually be able to fight people relatively early in the game. However, I would rather focus on farming minions with your Q rather than to fight your opponent all the time. Fighting your opponent causes you to lose a lot of mana, which you will need to stack your Q with. As soon as you get your tier and perhaps a blue buff, it is time to fight your opponent. See it as a factor of surprise. First you stay in the back all the time and farm, and then all of a sudden you burst him down. Veigar's level 6 is extremely strong against AP champions. Against AD champions it's not that bad, but it's better against AP champions because of how his ultimate works. It gets extra damage based on the opponent's ability power. Now comes the interesting part, how to combo your opponent. This combo has to be executed very fast in order to make it deadly. Here is what you do. You use your E, your stun, and make sure that your opponent is instantly stunned. Then, instantly use your W on top of him. Follow that up with your Q, R, and Ignite, and I'm sure you will get a kill with that. This E into W combo has to be done really fast, so try to practice that. Positioning your E so that it stuns directly can be a bit tricky, but with some practice you will be able to get the stuns up easily. At that point you will become really deadly as Veigar. Furthermore, make sure you have your wards up. You can watch my video on where to ward if you're interested in the best possible warding locations for every lane. Basically what you do all the time on lane is farm with your Q and stack it up until your ultimate is off cooldown. When it is off cooldown, burst your opponent down with the entire combo. Then repeat this process. Then in team fights, Veigar has this role of taking someone out instantly before the fights really happen. With your insanely big stun, you're able to stun an entire team, which will help your team to win fights. Because of its ultimate, you should always try to take out the enemy AP champions right away. You will deal the most amount of damage on them. Burst them down and walk away until your skills come back off cooldown. When your skills are back up, you can join them fight again and clean up with your team. There's no reason to stay in a fight when you've just comboed someone. Stay out of it until your skills are available again. Don't be afraid to flash engage when you see your targets out of position. A flash stun is very unexpected and could win entire games for you. Only do this when you know you're capable of doing it. And that's all for playing Veigar. Try to practice his combo against bots to get a better feeling of how to do it. Once you can execute his combo fast, you're ready to try him out in a real game. I wish you all good luck. Thank you for watching this Season 4 guide. If you've liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Season 4 guides. Also, feel free to comment with what you thought about the guide and let me know which champ you want to learn next. I hope to see you all in yet another HT commentary.